We're live. So it would seem. This thing on. Yes, we are live. Hi, Allison. It's a beautiful Saturday day. Morning. Nope, it's now afternoon. By definition, it's noon. So it's a beautiful Saturday afternoon here. Hope y'all are well. Allison, how are you doing? I just got back from 12 miles of activity on the Greenway by my home. That's good. Saw some friends out there doing the same thing. Raining where you are, Allison. Well, we could use some rain here because it's been very sunny. Hey, Mary Jo. Hi, Slim. Good afternoon to you. What's going on with you all? I got up really early this morning. I've been getting up really early lately to get ahead of the day. Oh, yeah? Allison, you've been thinking about doing vids. Don't worry about it. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, Mary. Hey, Karen. Southeastern Italy. Rain for the first time in weeks. Hey, Dan. Sunny and beautiful in Indianapolis. Lonnie. Hi. Too hot. Nice to see you too. I love life. Hey, Ruth. Yes, all rejuvenated. I've been up for a while. So actually, I guess I was saying, I just got done with 12 miles out there on the Greenway. Greenway, for those of you who don't know, Greenways are just trails through the forest, kind of winding through town or down by the rivers. It's been really great. Torchwood Gal, Shabbat Shalom to you as well. Is it, High Holy Days. Wait, is it, what is it? What's the High Holy Day coming up? I forget the name of the holy day coming up around this time. Yes, beautiful weather. Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. That's right. Been getting up early here myself. Got up at 4 this morning. It's a long weekend for me in the military. I'm going to miss these long weekends. I don't think that's much of a civilian thing. 4-day weekends. We got 2 4-day weekends. Oh yeah, Allison, and Tabernacles, Feast of Tabernacles. Long weekends. I'm going to miss those. I've been pretty busy lately, getting things done around the house. Kind of just maintenance. I did that plug right there. I changed that plug out yesterday. It was gratifying to me how easily I changed it out because I've probably done thousands of them in my younger days working with my dad as an electrician. Got some training done over the week. Men's group going well. I needed some prayer and coffee last Saturday, and so I called upon my friends, and they were there for me. So it was really nice. Applied to 3 civilian jobs. Knoxville. We'll see how that goes. It's the very beginning. So that's cool. Hi, Diane. I've got a pro-life meeting on the East Coast coming up next week. So that'll be my first time in 2 years to be able to hit that one. Hey, Terry from Texas, new to the channel. I'm so glad you enjoyed the video 3 days ago. You know what? I realized that sometimes I just need to talk, and maybe I can connect with some folks just by talking. So maybe I'll continue to do that. Hey, EOT, good afternoon. What else is going on with you guys? I'm just preparing for civilian life. Yeah, like I said, this is a long weekend, so just some stuff around the house. I'm not singing at church this weekend, so I'll just be a regular parishioner. Terry, you're bored. That's good. Boredom is good. I covet boredom on occasion. It's not bad. Lonnie, that plane was a C-17, one of my favorites. It's just really a big cargo plane that is overpowered and really maneuverable. And in my younger days, I wanted to fly fighter jets, but these days I would give equal consideration to the C-17, which is a phenomenon. It's an awesome plane, very tough, very strong. Terry, your dads and uncles and grandpa were in the service. That's cool. Karen, the big change. Are you talking about the retirement? So it's going to happen. It's planned right now for the end of March of next year. Torchwood, you get the 3-day. Yep. Okay, so you get the 3-day. I get a 4-day. Not to one up you. I'm going to miss 4 days. EOT, no 60 hours this week, just 52. That sounds like a lot of work. What am I thinking of? Oh, on my computer background is Lake Bled, Bled, Slovakia. And there's this church in the middle of the lake. If you haven't heard of it, it's gorgeous. And it's adorned in fall colors, and there are snow-capped mountains rising precipitously behind it. And the lake is so tranquil. And there are just these white, grand steps leading up to the church and little water taxis. And it's charming. Slovenia. Never been to Slovenia. Slovakia and Czech, whatever the new one is. It's not Czechoslovakia. I've been to both of those countries now. Milo. Yeah, so a lot of you folks know me from my brother, and I'm glad that you stuck around. I think about him quite a lot. I wear a lot of his clothes. I still wear his watch. And so he's always nearby in some way. Some reminders of him are always nearby. And I'm so glad that we have this in common, because he will always be remembered in some sense. Hey, Etronet Khalid. Let's be rocking. Hello, I'm doing well. I'm feeling great. I've got my exercise in for the day. My feet are a little tired from the 12 miles. I used to do 12 miles every weekend, or 12 miles or more, but I haven't. Did 8 last weekend, 12 this weekend. And then through the week, closer to 2 to 4 each time. Torchwood, okay. Thanks for popping in to say hello. Mazel tov to you. I accept your mazel tov. Thank you. Hi, Kim. Hi, Gloria. Hi, Tana. Yes, Dan and I. So Tana, yeah, the church by the lake does sound, it's gorgeous. It's like Lake Bled, B-L-E-D, if you ever think of looking it up. It's gorgeous. The background, when Dan and I were doing a chat, are you talking about in his office? I'm so glad. That was one of the best ideas I ever had, was getting those 3 podcast episodes recorded with Dan. So, because he and I had such good conversations every time we talked, and towards the end of his life, it occurred to me that we weren't going to have those anymore. And I was like, okay, we've got to do this. And he agreed. And we actually had more planned, but it never worked out exactly for various reasons. Obviously, he was dying, was one of them. But those 3 episodes that we recorded show how we interacted, even on topics on which we disagreed. and such good back and forth and good feelings between us. And I will always treasure those. And I have ideas for more of those same kinds of interactions, podcast like, or just conversations recorded for the future with some of my friends. In fact, Stuart Derbyshire, with whom I wrote a paper called Reconsidering Fetal Pain, he's the opposite side of the aisle for me on abortion, interestingly enough, and really stellar guy. Like, I like him a lot. And I hadn't talked to him in a while, and I said, "Hey, Stuart, would you agree? Let's record something, just chatting, because he and I get along really well as well." And in that same vein, Dan and I got along really well. And I just wanted to capture these kinds of interactions from people with different viewpoints who get along and can communicate with each other and still like each other. Stuart and I are opposite ends of the spectrum on abortion, but we get along really well. And I think um, really mutual appreciation. Terry, you lost your baby brother Christmas Eve 2024 to stage 4 kidney cancer. Yep, we're going to see him again. Torchwick Gal, Rabbi is so loving, understanding. Dan is not part of the families. Yartzates, he'll be remembered every year. Thank you. Bukan, how are my girls? And what are they up to these days? Well and rested. Thank you. Love from London. Girls are doing great. They're getting tall, and Emily is playing violin. And Charlotte, I don't know if I should say their names or not, but anyway, the older one's playing violin, and the younger one is not in the grade where that starts yet. I used to play cello, and so I was encouraging her to play cello, and she says, "No, cello's for fatties." I was like, "Okay." Hi, Gloria. Kim, always happy to make videos. Don't always do it. What are we looking at here? Deanne. Yes, thankful for my brother's videos. Good dude. That Dan Bachman was a good dude. Good afternoon, Tammy Plant. Johanna, I cannot. It's so amazing that you're in South Africa. That's wild. Are you in Johannesburg by any chance? Electronica. What's up? Hi, Wendy. It's my pleasure to serve. That's all coming to an end. I don't know what life is going to be like when that's all over. When my career in the Army is over, I will certainly miss it, but I am excited about what comes next. But serving for 20 years, I just enlisted for 6 years in 2006, never really thinking much beyond that. And here I am almost 20 years hence. It's been quite a ride. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. I feel like I've been able to be an entrepreneur within the Army. Anyone who's thinking about it, I wish I could urge you against it, but I cannot. Army's been really good to me. I don't know what the future holds for world peace or the lack thereof, but the Army has been fantastic for me. I think there are a lot of good things about it. Johanna, you do live in Johannesburg. Hi, Jay Clark. I miss my bro as well. Well, Tana, I don't know if I can play musical instruments anymore. It's pretty limited, but I can fly aircraft. NNC, good afternoon from Virginia Beach. I've been there. Yep. Dan will be forever missed. Dip as lip. I've ever been hypnotized. Why do you ask? Perhaps. Hey, Kimberly. Yeah, so I'm just hanging out. I probably won't stay on too much longer here this morning or this afternoon, wherever you happen to be. I just want to pop in and say hello, maybe tease my next projects. I think that I'll be able to do some book reviews. I still have Dan's white paper to discuss on here. I would like to interview some folks, just have conversations, one of which is Stuart. We just need to come up with a date for that. Dan's kitty cat? Don't know, Dan. I have no idea. I'm sure she's doing great. Dan's kitty cat, I'm sure, is thriving. Hi, Maria. Thank you. Thank you, Bezos. Thank you. Oh, no, Dip. I've never done those U.S. servicemen entertainment hypnotist things, but I think, gosh, it was either in college or it's been since I was in the military. I can't remember. Tana, you're born and raised in Johannesburg. I had a roommate from South Africa, not Durban. Where was he from? Craig from South Africa. Awesome dude. He lives in Ohio now, last I heard. I haven't been in touch with him in a while. Teresa, my future after the Army keeps me in Tennessee. It does indeed. That's the plan. That is the plan. Dep, you're from Israel. Yes, thank you for your service as well, mandatory or otherwise. I have a lot of respect for my Israeli brothers and sisters in arms. You guys are always on the front lines in some form or fashion. And you've been through, and I don't have to tell you this, this is just acknowledging you've been through an awful lot these last several years, and a lot of solidarity with you guys out there. And I believe in you. And almost had a chance to go to Israel before I left the Middle East this year. And that would have been amazing to me. I've always had a desire to visit Israel. I went to Jordan. I went to Mount Nebo. I saw Jericho, but I did not get to visit. John, can you speak about how you became a PA? All well in the military. Daughter's a senior at U of A in Tucson, studying to be a PA. That's awesome, Slim. Yeah, the military has this program called the Inter-Service Physician Assistant Program, and it's really highly ranked, actually, which is surprising to me. Maybe it shouldn't be surprising to me, but you can just apply when you're in the military, and then you get in and you just go through the program. It's 29 months. Most programs are 24 or so, and you continue to draw a paycheck. And when you get out, you're a PA, and then you just go right to work in whatever service you happen to be in, whether it's the Army, for my case, or the Air Force, or Coast Guard, Navy, all those. So good luck to your daughter. You can also come across from civilian programs into the Army. The Army is hungry for PAs. I think there's some really good incentives to join if she's interested. Yep, come to Israel when there isn't an active war. Listen, I won't let a little thing like an active war deter me from coming over to Israel if I had the opportunity. It would not be a huge consideration. It would be a consideration, not a necessary preventative. Slovakia, Andrea, Slovakia is gorgeous. And I was just looking at Slovenia, like blood in Slovenia, but I've been to Slovakia. It was gorgeous. I went there with my friend John. Castles, like the thing about Europe is just there are castles everywhere. It's just amazing. And we stopped by one, I think it was in Slovakia. We were like, oh, there's a castle up there. Let's go check it out. It's gorgeous. Well, I'm gonna get on with my day here shortly, but I want to acknowledge and thank you all for showing up, and look forward to seeing you in the comment section or on my next live chat. My next live chat, let me just see when that would be. It'd be September. The last Saturday in September. We'll plan it for the 27th at noon Central. 27th of September, noon Central. God bless you too, Terry. I appreciate it. Fellow veteran from Vietnam era, Diane, thank you for your service. That'd be amazing. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you all. Love you. Thanks for showing up. And I look forward to seeing you again on the 27th, if not before then. God bless.